Well, hello.
Good morning, and afternoon, and evening. We don't even care. Curt and Jen, this is a podcast. Thank you for being here, and we love that you're listening, viewing, and we always say, please, if you have the time, even if you don't have the time.
Share, like, follow.
All that stuff.
Yes.
Did you say all the things?
All the things.
All the things, please, very, very much. Thank you. So, starting off today, and our friend Bong actually brought this up when we were together over the weekend. He said we were talking about the fact that I gave Dana a $500 gift card to Molly Maid's about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That was generous.
Well, it was a Christmas present, right? Mm-hmm. And she'd always been saying, we need to get it made. And I was like, okay, we'll give it a shot, you know. We've not used it yet because, and this is what I want to find out if we're unusual in this way or if this is common for people that have the service. We don't think that our house is organized and clean enough to have
it cleaned?
Yeah.
That's 100% a thing. People clean their house before the housekeepers come and clean it.
Okay.
That's a thing.
It is a thing?
It's a thing.
It seems kind of silly because you're just going to have somebody...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're not unusual in that.
Nope.
Should we just bite the bullet and have them come over and do everything?
I mean, that's a personal choice, but you have $500 sitting around not being used and you could have your house clean.
Okay.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
All right. We'll get to that.
Okay.
I'm just glad that we're not well, speaking of which, we finally got our robot vacuum going.
Nice.
Windy, we named it. Although Dana wants to call it Furby. What is a Furby? I've heard that word. It has nothing to do with a vacuum cleaner, does it? It was an old...
Furby. Isn't a Furby from Star Trek?
You know what? You want me to check on it?
No.
So
I'm pretty sure it's from Star Trek.
She keeps calling it a Furby. So maybe that's what it is. But I used it last night, and it's pretty cool. You have one, right? You have a robot vacuum?
Yeah, you just push the button and it runs around and cleans
away
up.
It goes. Yeah. But as smart as it is, it's our couches are just high enough for it to get under and get stuck.
Get stuck, yeah. And mine gets stuck on a shaggy rug that I have, like an area rug.
Well, as far as getting stuck under the couch, you'd think as it started getting stuck, it'd say, "Oh, I better back up," because they're smart, right? Supposedly,
yeah.
They're robots.
Well,
it goes in far enough, and it's like, oh,
maybe it
crap.
just needs your attention. Maybe it just needs some attention
and affection and love.
Yeah,
and cuddling.
maybe.
All right. Let's talk about the Olympics. The Olympics are still
tell
going
me
on.
more. I want to know what happened last night.
Well, you actually watched the men's...
One thing that I just watched this morning. I watched 0 Olympics yesterday.
Okay.
So I have no idea what's happened.
All right. Well, then you and I are both kind of in the same boat. What I ended up watching I watched fencing again. The men's fence, or foil, rather. They call it the foil.
And U.S. won bronze for that. They beat Italy, right?
Yes. But the silver and gold came down to two... I'm going to blow it now. Well, they're French. Yeah.
Oh, 2 French people?
Yeah. So
that's cool.
So we watched that and some of the swimming and whatnot. Well, the end result is that Team USA, Team USA got more medals yesterday, 8 more medals, no golds.
Do we have no golds at all yet?
Oh no, we've got plenty. We got a lot.
Okay.
But let's see. So the U.S. holds the overall medal lead with 20 after day 3. But if you just go by the gold medal count yesterday, we ended the day in 6th place. Japan got 6 gold, so yesterday...
No, but if you just go by gold medal count, we ended up in 6th place.
Right.
Okay.
And I think that's just yesterday, but...
okay.
So women's basketball
overall.
team crushed Japan by 26 points. The women's basketball team is always great.
Isn't this the first time for women's basketball in the Olympics? Or have they always had it?
I believe that they've had it for before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
Cool.
What I did find humorous, and this is me being dumb, is I had my reading glasses on, and I was watching what I thought was the beach volleyball had come on. And,
I like beach volleyball.
Yeah, and these. So I guess I thought that they had come to a conclusion, like unilaterally, that they were going to not wear the skimpy bikinis. Now they're going to wear the stretch pants or whatever. Because the first U.S. team that I saw, that was kind of an issue last time. Remember, they were like, oh, this is not, they're barely clothed at all. So, and I agree.
I didn't know that. I mean, they were barely clothed, but I just figured that's because it was outside and it was on the beach.
And I think that might be what happened because the first time I saw the sport this time around in the Olympics, they were wearing, like yoga pants or whatever the version would be of that. And then last night they were all back in the bikinis, and I wonder if they said, you know what, we have played beach volleyball our whole lives like this, and we don't want to have to wear pants.
Don't tell us what we're going to do and not do.
Yes,
Okay.
especially when it comes to bikinis. I was just being a little bit of a pig there.
All right.
That was half a joke. All right, so what did we talk about yet? Oh, can we do the... I just think this is funny.
Okay.
This is
Share it. Curt loves this. Share it.
just in case you're thinking about taking up drug smuggling as a job. Be smart about it. Cops in Florida pulled over a car on Saturday. They saw the driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt. So first of all, don't be a dumb. Wear your seatbelt. Secondly, during the traffic stop, they noticed that this is Lauren was her name. 41-year-old woman named Lauren was moving things around, being kind of suspicious. And they spotted drug paraphernalia in the car, so they did a full search of the vehicle.
Yeah, when they spot drug paraphernalia, that really launches a full vehicle search. Yes.
Inside Lauren's purse, they found a bag labeled "Bag of Drugs." It had crack cocaine, powdered cocaine, crystal meth, Xanax, and other drugs. And there are also a needle, straws, a metal spoon, 4 glass pipes, which evidently are all used in drug things. So I'm just going to suggest
the drugs and the drug paraphernalia used for drugs things. Yes,
that's right. Don't put your drugs in a bag labeled "bag of drugs."
Well, it just makes it easier for the police if they're going to pull you over. It just makes the search quicker. So
from the police standpoint, that's a great idea. Yeah. Put everything in a thing labeled "bag of drugs" and just hand it over right away.
Or just don't break the law so you get pulled over.
Well, I was
like if you start being smart, start with the smart.
Start with smart. That's the way to do it. All right.
Okay. So yesterday you wanted to have people tell us how they saved the day.
Oh, yeah.
So we got a few comments.
That was the, Did you ever save the day? And we started by saying...
You saved the day.
Yeah, it was my youngest sister's wedding where they had forgot to bring the registry?
The guest book.
Guest book. See,
Yeah,
I don't even know what it was.
the guest book.
All I know is that they were panicked and they said, go back to the hotel, get the guest book. We left it here. And so I did and brought it back. And then I was told, hey, I saved the day. I was like, all right, awesome. I didn't have a cape or anything.
AAA saves the day every day. All the days. Yes, they do.
So our question was, did you ever save the day, and what did you do to save the day?
So Carrie wrote in about her husband, Randy, who saved the day for their oldest son, Alex, a couple weeks ago when they were in Indiana because... Indiana? Yeah.
Indianapolis, right.
Their son wanted to go meet a friend. They were coming from different locations, and it was like a 2.5-hour drive, and they were going to meet at Kings Island, which is an amusement park.
They made these plans while they were still in Europe. They were going to fly in from Europe, and then the following day, they're going to fly to Indianapolis, and they were going to go meet the son's friend was going to meet up at Kings Island.
Alex was always there. I know this story, actually. He was always there, and Carrie and Randy had flown in from Europe, and they said, we're not going to be able to take you to meet your friend because we are going to be so jet lagged and tired by the time we actually get in.
Right.
And they were dealing with that whole crash of the computers. I forget what they called that. There's a name for it, and I just forget what they called it. Anyway, so they said, you can ride the bus. And Alex was like, all right, I'll ride the bus, which they were surprised about that Alex would even ride the bus. So
but they bought him a ticket for a Greyhound.
They had all the things all set up, ready to go. And Greyhound, right? They ended up being like 2 or 3 hours delayed, which would have it just would have messed up all the plans.
Right.
So long story short, Randy put his rally pants on, was an awesome dad, and despite the fact that their European flight came in even 7 hours later than expected, he still drove his son to go meet his friend.
Nice.
I love it. I really love that story. Like, that's just a good, he wins Dad of the Year award.
At Kings Island, who most people remember from the Brady Bunch.
Nope. I don't remember it.
In Cincinnati, which it's pretty good park. So, all right. So it says here, Randy wins Dad of the Year. Don't disagree. Laurel wrote in and said, here's how my husband Steve saved the day. He was in the Army in California, had to jump out of a helicopter, so jungle training, right?
Yep.
The Army chaplain also was with them. He jumped out of the helicopter right after Steve did, and the chaplain broke his leg.
Oh.
Hard landing, I guess. So the chaplain said to Steve, hey, would you mind giving a non-denominational service on Sunday? Because my leg is busted. And he also knew that Steve had a close connection with the Lord. All right.
Okay.
So Steve said, okay, even though I've never done it before.
What do you think it means? Oh, because they could tell that Steve had a close connection with the Lord due to what he yelled when he jumped. So maybe he yelled God.
Yes.
Oh, God. I don't know. I'm guessing. I have no idea.
You know what? I didn't know that if you go, oh, God, that meant you had a good connection with the Lord, but supposedly.
I think it's just, one of those things.
A sign. So Steve definitely saved the day for the chaplain.
That's awesome. By playing chaplain for a day.
Yes. So thank you for chiming in on that. And then Steve also apparently gets Dad of the Year for that year.
Or Chaplain of the Year.
Chaplain.
Is really what it would be.
Could you give a service? Are you kidding me? I mean, I suppose I would do it.
I would take me a while to make sure I got all my what together. Like I would have to take some time to really.
If the chaplain wrote it word for word and said, "Here, go read this," I could do it.
Nah, it's not the same. If you're giving a sermon, you have to have some feeling behind it.
Understood. But why did we get on that subject of saving the day anyway yesterday?
Because yesterday I saw this Save the Day challenge that's gone viral, and you took it as, let's talk about people saving the day, which is a great idea. I love people saving the day. If you can help someone, I'm all about it. This challenge, though, online is something that helps break the stress cycle. There was this gal that posted and said, me and my friend ask each other how we saved the day. And it's more about how did you take your own day back, right? Because you go to work and you are probably working for someone else.
Okay.
You're getting all the stresses in life. How did you take your day back? Like, what did you do for you? And it does not have to be anything big.
What's an example? Do you have any examples?
Like calling your mom, going for a walk, petting your dog, having a cup of tea.
Saving the day means
going to have a drink if you want, meeting up with friends. Like, what did you do for you to take your day back,
because
to make it your own?
Because the day was going poorly, and so you saving the day here is like,
How did you save your own day?
Riding the ship of your day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So think about that, too.
It's just a little reminder that you can always take back your day.
Okay. And sometimes that's really, really necessary.
Yeah, it is.
Of course, this caught my eye.
Yes, it did, because you love music.
The topic, the headline was, which great musicians aren't actually great singers? All right. And there was
no way on some of these.
Hold on. You're reading ahead.
I am reading ahead.
I'm going to put it back up here so you can't see all of them.
I mean, I agree with maybe the top few.
Okay. And there was a little blurb at the top said, this is not going to make Swifties happy.
No.
Okay, so the line said, what great musicians aren't actually great singers? Just because someone's a great musician doesn't necessarily mean they can sing. Ranker.com put this together.
Okay.
Do you want to go in reverse order, or you want to go with top one first?
This is your deal. I don't like it.
This is our deal.
Go ahead.
So
this is going to piss people off.
On the top 20 of great musicians that aren't actually great singers, let's go with a few here. Sheryl Crow made the list at number 13. T. Swift
was 14 on the list.
14.
How do they say that? Like, what's it based on?
Well, I think people are just voting at ranker.com. They just ask the question and people are voting.
And so there's obviously a lot of non-Taylor fans, because I believe that Taylor is very talented and she's a good singer.
Agreed. Others who made the list, Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones, okay? He's the singer for the Rolling Stones. I think immediately that makes you a great singer, whether or not you physically on a solo thing can sing by your, you know what I'm saying?
Why would they put Jimi Hendrix on there? Well, he wasn't even known for his singing. He was known for his guitar.
Yeah. Brian Johnson from AC/DC, number 11, because he's got one of those,
Here's what's also baffling me: an opera singer. You can't get in an opera if you can't sing.
Isn't this the one that they did the movie about, that she was just a terrible singer? Is that an actual real person?
I don't know. Maybe
Florence Foster Jenkins.
I need to verse myself better.
Well,
in
there was
opera
the movie
singers.
about it, and I don't know if it was a movie about an actual person or if it was just.
How did she get her gig then? If opera singing is so,
you can't be an opera singer and be bad. I
feel like you can't. Like, if they're gonna if you're gonna be called an opera singer and it's not a self-proclaimed title, then you should do, I believe that you probably are pretty damn good.
Yes. The
top 5, I'm anxious to get your opinion on these.
Number 5, Bob Dylan. Yeah, he sings like this. But he's Bob Dylan. Let's go through the top 5. Bob Dylan. Number 4 was Paula Abdul.
Okay, I kind of agree with that, because there's a lot of lip syncing that goes on with her.
Right.
She was more about the show, right?
Tom Waits is number 3.
Tom Waits.
I'm such a huge fan of Tom Waits. I don't think you can name.
Wasn't he in the band?
he's always been Tom Waits. I mean, he might have been.
Oh, then I don't know his song.
Yeah. Super mega influential person, but doesn't have any hit records as far as I know. Neil Young, number 2. Kind of agree with that.
Okay.
Oh, man, look at my life. And then the number 1, great musicians that aren't actually great singers, Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo.
How is she a great musician but not a great singer?
Thank you for bringing that up, because I would say almost very few of these people are actually great musicians. Nothing against Taylor Swift.
What makes a good musician? You don't.
Being able to play an instrument at least. And
Sheryl Crow and Taylor Swift can play a guitar. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But are they great musicians? I mean,
So this is very subjective. Okay,
agree.
let's move on.
Okay, so you can let us know if you agree. J-Lo.
Push your music right now. Let's just go on.
Music for the next one? Okay, there we go. Jen, you found this.
Oh, Seattle topped the list of something. Most and least outdoor-friendly U.S. cities, and you can guess.
Why did you do so? The tease.
The tease is the end. I'm just telling you, Seattle's number 1 for this.
Okay, so how do we get to what it is without saying it right now?
Sorry, go. You do it.
I don't
do
want
it
to
over. Start over. How would you do it? This is a teaching lesson for Jen. Go ahead, do it.
It's not a teaching
lesson. Yes, it is. Tell me how you want to tease that.
Okay, let's see. You did the tease as Seattle was the top at something. Okay, so let's go with this then. The Seattle beat out Denver, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Miami, Portland, Nashville, San Francisco, and Richmond, Virginia, and L.A. They beat all of those as most outdoor-friendly cities. We are number 1.
Yeah.
And how could we not be number 1?
Seriously. It was not a surprise to me.
Some of the factors were public parks and land, types of outdoor activities, camping and glamping, nature-based spaces. Mm-hmm. We have 100,000 of those. Membership in outdoor groups, outdoor-friendly views, access to trails and wilderness. And lo and behold, the Emerald City, Seattle, number 1.
I thought it was interesting that Houston came in dead last.
That's because what is it? You know what? I don't want to say anything. I don't know. I've never.
Because what wildernessy is Houston?
Yeah, isn't it all just
desert,
flat and deserty?
I don't know.
Maybe some people like to hike.
I don't know why Houston. That surprises me about Houston, but maybe it is just a concrete jungle.
Right. Well, 6 in 10 Americans said that they crave more time outside and do not feel like they get enough time in nature. When you go to buy a house, and I assume that this is in every city, they always have a walkability score there, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so, I don't know about where you are now, but the walkability score for my house was like 8 out of 100.
Out of 100?
Yeah. It might have been like in low teens. Well,
all right.
It's based on how much you need a car to get where you're going. And apparently, I mean, we find places to walk around here. We have parks around here, but...
This is just a reminder to get outside.
And enjoy life and enjoy
nature. It's good for you. It's good for your soul.
Yes, that is true.
Ooh, I'm excited for this. Tell me more about this, Curt.
You're the mom.
Well, the mental load in quotes tasks moms handle and dads ignore. I did not find this.
I've not ever heard the term mental load, but it makes sense. It's mental load, not just doing chores, but keeping track of it all. Everything. All the things.
Right. Okay.
And moms are shouldering way more of it. Did you know that?
I did.
No surprise.
I did.
They had the study asked 322 moms who's handling more of the mental load when it comes to, they had 30 common household tasks. The moms out of those 30 common household tasks said overall they're handling the majority of it. 29 tasks out of 30.
Okay.
Moms are handling.
So
I'm going to read these off and you tell me if going back to when you were married.
I was married, okay.
The top task moms say they're keeping track of way more than dads. Medical stuff. Remembering your kid's doctor and dentist appointments. Things like that.
Okay.
Is that check for the moms?
I mean, for me, Dwayne and I shared that.
Okay. Paying attention to the kid's mental health.
We shared that.
Tidying up.
That was more Dwayne.
Really?
Yo, yeah.
Your
Dwayne?
husband.
Anal retentive. He finally had to give up tidying up when we had kids. He was finally like, okay,
all right,
I can have a little bit of a mess.
Bringing stuff with you when you go out, like remembering the diaper bag. That has to be you.
No, both.
Your car even now is full. You have
my car is full of crap, Curt.
You have everything for every possible situation that can come up anywhere.
Okay, keep going so people can know. I'm not going to pipe in on these
other things that they say that the moms take care of way more than the dads. Extracurriculars, not including sports. That'd be like piano lessons or Macy's in a play, right?
She's in drama and she's in softball.
Would you take care of more of that, or would Dwayne?
If it's sports, it's Dwayne. If it's other stuff, it's me.
Their social life, your kid's social life, play dates, stuff like that.
Me.
Okay. Keeping track of your shared calendar.
Mm-hmm.
The mom? Mm-hmm. Okay. Packing lunches.
It just depends on the partnership.
Okay.
Dwayne and I shared that responsibility.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Helping with homework.
That was mostly me.
I think
we divided some things up, right? He's like, if it's education stuff, Jen, that's you. If it's sports stuff, I'm somewhat athletic, but not nearly as athletic as Dwayne. So Dwayne kind of takes that on. So we just realize what each other's strengths are, and boom, that's what we do. And we still do that, even though we're divorced.
Okay.
We still do that. I
always thought, and I wasn't concerned because we don't have any kids, but it seems to me that the changes that have come in I don't know, study habits and particularly math, I would be afraid that the kid would say, "Help me with my math," and I was like, "I don't even." Oh
no, that we reached a point very, very quickly with Riley, and Macy. Their math levels, I don't even know where they get their math smarts, but they're very smart at math, and they have surpassed our ability to help them. So if they need help, we have resources.
Or if you need help,
we have friends. Them. I don't even help them anymore. I just send them to the smarter people in math.
Okay, so there are the things that the top tasks that moms are keeping track of way more than dads. But there's more.
Tell me.
I'm just going to rattle these off. Bath time,
potty training, babysitters, meals, laundry, groceries, the mail, getting your kids ready for school, and helping in the middle of the night.
Are those all things that you... That's why I wanted to see... Are those all things that you did?
Mostly? No. Dwayne and I, when it came to a lot of the things, divided and conquered.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Very modern family.
Why did you get divorced then?
I was not going to say that. The only task that dads carry most of the mental load is taking out the trash.
Oh, for crying out loud.
That's according to this list.
I am going to come to the guy's rescue here. There might be some partnerships where the woman does most of those things.
Okay.
I believe in today's society that there are many men that help with many of those things more than just taking out the trash.
But it does include taking out the trash.
I don't know. I take out the trash.
But this is actually an important thing you brought up because my job as of late has changed from Seattle radio legend. That was
okay. To
house husband.
I would be interested to see how Dana rates you on your house
husbandry.
Yeah.
Okay. Fixing stuff around the house, I do. Paying the bills, I do all of that. I do the dishes. We split that up. Helping at bedtime. Well, we don't have any kids. Taking care of the pets. Yeah,
Yeah, you take real good care of Lizzie. You lose her.
The pet that we're watching, yeah. Listen to yesterday's podcast to hear more about Lizzie, the runaway.
All right. Anyway, tomorrow.
Yes. This is one that you found. This is a great idea.
No, I was having coffee with one of my friends, Jeannie, and she was telling me how she had just gotten back from a camping trip with her daughter, Kyra.
Okay.
And she's like, "Have you ever been to the ape caves?" I'm like, "No, I've never even heard of the ape caves."
This is someplace in Washington, ape caves?
Underneath Mount St. Helens, like in Mount St. Helens. You can go into the ape caves.
All right.
And she's like, "I don't know why they're called the ape caves. We didn't see any apes."
Well, that's what I assumed right away. It's a cave with a bunch
I
of
did
apes
too. But she said it was pretty awesome. And it just begged the question, what are the hidden gems in Washington that are must-sees? Like, we all know, Mount Rainier. Yes, of course, Mount St. Helens, but are there hidden little gems around there? The big things like going to Lake Diablo.
Oh, I don't even know that one. You know, I would.
You don't for real?
No, but you mentioned it before because we were talking about. Is it near Leavenworth or not? Leavenworth would be one. It would be.
No, I don't know. I'm bad at the geography. I know it's on Highway 20. If you have not been there, Curt, seriously, if you and Dana don't have anything to do on a beautiful day because you know you won't go on your boat, go take a drive and go. You guys both.
Lake Diablo.
Do you kayak? Do you guys have kayaks?
We don't have kayaks.
Paddleboards?
No. I remember when I tried paddleboarding, we were doing the broadcast in Hawaii.
I forgot. Anyway, it's beautiful.
Okay.
Even if you just drive by it, it's so pretty. And there's this lookout. Oh, my God.
How far is it from here? That'd be Seattle.
Maybe 2 hours? Maybe?
Oh, that's not bad.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. It. You know what? It's worth the drive. And I know there's lots of lovely hikes and all those things. What are the hidden gems in Washington?
Share that with us.
What are the must-sees?
That's your homework.
Yep.
Obviously, you have some homework. The hidden gems in Washington.
Put that on. You can comment here on the platform where you're consuming this awesome podcast, or you can go on Facebook and tell us there because I will post something about that.
There you go. Ready to wrap it up?
Ready to wrap it up.
Go for it.
Have a great day. Make good choices. Find joy and spread kindness.